61. That is the phone number you can call, normal call, or you send an SMS, or perhaps you want to use the WhatsApp portal, you can do that. Call us through the WhatsApp handle. Same number works for both normal calls and also WhatsApp calls. Perhaps you are shy, you don't want to hear your voice to be heard, you can drop a message and we will read your message. That is, we will give your message a voice. Let's move to another story before we go pay some bills because time is not on our side. Let's see this. Naira gains about 15% as dealers dump dollar count losses. Local currency traded at 820 Naira to the dollar in Lagos and Abuja. Naira inched close to a 15% gain against dollar in the parallel market within a week, trading around 820 Naira to the dollar in Lagos and Abuja yesterday evening. Reliable sources informed The Guardian that traders at major market clusters were hurriedly dumping dollars yesterday as fear of a further slide in the value of the greenback gripped the markets. A trader who confided that he was desperate and looking for an opportunity to offload his holding said the Naira could appreciate to around 700 Naira to the dollar this weekend. It sustained the rising momentum since the beginning of the week. Another dealer who revealed that he was still holding a substantial part of what he bought at an average of 920 Naira to the dollar last week noted, as we speak, there is no fixed rate. People sell at the slightest opportunity as they are not sure what the rate will be tomorrow, and the speed at which the hard currencies are falling against Naira is too high. This is the cause of panic, and it is real. But even amid panic selling, The Guardian understands that trading volume is still very low, underpinning the level of illiquidity. Hence, many observers have dismissed the uptrend of the value of the local currency as emotion driven as opposed to strong market fundamentals. But again, before we even talk about this, in the real sense, it has never been issue of market fundamentals. There are a lot of speculators who tend to make the value of Naira to go down and the value of dollar to appreciate over the Naira. So this is just the reality that we found ourselves. We will go pay some bills, and when we come back, we will link up with our guest analyst Rufai Oseni, who together we will also be looking at some of these stories and give them different angles. Stay with us and please don't change your dial. This is Voice of the People, 96.1 FM Abuja, and my name is Aliu Doma.
Traveling to Lagos and desire the perfect getaway?
Look no further than the luxurious accommodations at Airport Golden Now. Whether you are traveling for business or pleasure, our attentive staff is here to ensure that your every need is met. We also offer complimentary pickup and drop from the Lagos Airport.
Why not take advantage of our state-of-the-art fitness center, outdoor pool, and enjoy a delicious meal at our on-site restaurant?
With stunning views, world-class service, and a prime location, Airport Golden Tulip Hotel is the perfect choice for your next vacation or business trip.
So why wait? Book your stay today and experience the ultimate in comfort and luxury at Airport Golden Tulip Hotel.
For bookings and reservations, please call 0815-8003-333 or 0815-7003-333.
Believe me.
We have been serving you hot and fresh content on radio, and you have been loving it. Now we're taking it further. Catch us live on YouTube at VOP TV for all the juicy content you can't resist. Talk shows, exclusive interviews, news, lifestyle, and more. It's all about you. VOP TV, show up, speak up.
The award-winning pizza in the US is now here in Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Romeo, the pizza champions, and Coldberry ice cream. Delights in every school. Visit any of our outlets and feel the rich taste from the pizza champions and Coldberry ice cream.
At number 4, Odomosho Street,
Area 8, Genki, Abuja, or 3rd Avenue, Guaripa, Abuja, or Federal Housing Estate, Phase 2, Lube, Abuja. Call 0908-831-5906 or 0908-831-5908 or 0909-238-9861. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter at romaspizza.ng.
website
www.romaspizza.ng. Romeo, the pizza champions.
Welcome back, and in case you just joined, this is Voice of the People 96.1 FM Abuja. Friday edition of the Front Page Review is what you're listening to. We have looked at a couple of stories, and it's time for us to link up with our guest analyst, Mr. Rufai Oseni, who will also add color to the conversation. Good morning, Mr. Rufai.
Bless you, my friend. Bless you, my brother. It is the now.
All right, we'll continue to do that. We have 4 days left for that our campaign, and let's look at the headlines that we have today to begin with. This one is on the Premium Times that says subsidy removal. Federal government announces 5 billion naira financial support per state. Constitute committee to meet labor. That is, the federal government on Thursday announced 5 billion naira palliative to each of the 36 states to cushion the effects of the removal of petrol subsidy. It also set up an ad hoc committee to engage with the leadership of labor unions. Hello? Hello? Are you there? Hello, Mr. Fry. Oh no, we're having a bit of a challenge with the network. Let's try to reconnect Mr. Rufai. We'll continue. Want to look at this particular headline that is talking about subsidy removal. Federal government announces 5 billion naira financial support to 36 states of the federation, including Federal Capital Territory Abuja. Will try to have his own perception or thought on this particular move, and how effective do you think this is gonna go in terms of alleviating the hardship of Nigerians? All right, we're trying to establish a connection with Mr. Rufai, and when we do that, we will continue on the conversation. I think he's here. All right, hello. Yes, I can hear you. Are you talking about the bailout? Okay.
Then I talk to them. They share the palliative properly during COVID. People couldn't get. So that's always the other. I don't subscribe to all of this government. You need to be able to look at a structure and look to share all of these things. And you see, there's a lot of distrust for the government. We just hope that this is done properly.
All right, let's take a look at this. Yes, I'm with you. Let's take a look at this one that is on the Guardian that says University of Calabar suspend dean as more female students narrate ordeal. This story came up on Monday and it has been making round, although we did look at it here on this platform. That is why I said let's talk about this today. Talking about Professor Cyril Ndifon, who has been accused of sexual harassment on student by a lot of students who came out to protest on Monday about experience, and some even shared their experiences with, that happened between them right from 2017 and thereabouts.
So about 5 years ago, Professor Cyril Ndifon, there were allegations about sexual, he forced himself on a student. I read that experience, was very harrowing there. How he pushed a girl to the room and he forced himself on her in his office or something. And now you are hearing more. And then he went through a panel of investigation, but I don't know how the panel did their finding. They didn't find anything. Now they are finding more. I think this panel should scrutinize Professor Cyril. And if he's found guilty, the full rest of the law should be vetted out. And he should also be taken to court, to be able to face the law. Pure and simple as that. We don't have a country where we have all sorts going on in our university system. Our girls are not bonanzas. Our girls are mothers of the future. And we should protect them. So we cannot have a country now. Let the full law take its course. Apart from the internal finding, the families involved should also sue. And if they can, bring out the facts, they should bring out the facts.
All right, then how do you think we would improve our system? Talking about to have a robust system that can protect students from threat and intimidation when they report issue of misconduct, or to implement whistleblower safeguard to encourage students to come forward without fear. Can you hear me? Hello?
Things you must have a participatory. Can you hear me?
Yes,
I can hear you.
Yeah,
I think it's your network. If network is not my network, it's your network.
Go ahead.
I can hear you louder, just like the last time.
All right.
I think we should have a participatory council where the students and the lecturers and the school authority will sit together as regards reporting these infractions. Secondly, there should be a zero policy. Once evidence has been meted out, no political connection should be able to save anybody. You should be able to face the full wrath of law. And thirdly, our leaders too should be accountable, because you see, when penalties are actually meted out, these people, because they have political influences, they go and beg for them at the back and they let it go. I mean, I remember a certain person, a certain organization that was, that was charged for a very big level of negligence. And I heard from anecdotal evidence was even trying to make connections with the vice president of the country at some point in this country. I will not mention the particular vice president, so that they will bail them out of that case. Can you imagine such a thing? And this organization was charged for negligence. So we should stop all of that. And political office holders should stop all of this gratification and favors. Let's let the rule of law lead. Let it be the order of the day, no matter what, because even if the person is your closest star, let him face the full wrath of the law. Let everybody be able to abide by the law. Fair and simple.
All right, let's take a look at this one that says, it's on the Punch newspaper, current pension scheme parasitic, unattractive, says NLC.
Current pension scheme unattractive, contribution pension scheme.
The Nigerian Labour Congress on Thursday declared that the pension system in the country had failed to address the fears of Nigerians. In buttressing its claim, the NLC revealed that the inefficiencies in the system recently made the police to lobby the Labour Congress to speak for the exit of policemen from the country's pension scheme. Joe Ajero, the president, disclosed this in Abuja at the Pension Industry Roundtable, which had the theme Strategic Dialogue to Enhance Private Sector Participation in Pension Scheme.
Okay, so the new contributory pension scheme started in 2000, alright? And what the scheme is supposed to do is to remove those old days of pensioners not getting paid. And I have personal experiences of this. Alright? And what it does is pretty much, okay, you contribute X amount, your employer contribute X amount, and you start to withdraw from a particular pool. But I think also the problem is with the pension company.
Okay.
They also to be made accountable, but in all, I think it's a very good scheme, better than the days of subjecting yourself to the ways and caprices of government. Because if not for the Peter government setup, those that were still on the defined benefit scheme, we had problems of them getting paid and getting their arrears. On the government setup Peter, that at least brought some level of accountability. But if government revenue slumps, you can't hedge that against government revenue, because if government revenue slumps, you fall into problems. And there are other benefits too. I mean, recently I was on a session where some people were talking about the possibility of you taking some part of your pension, I think 5% of what you have in your pension pot, to be able to buy real estate. Alright, so that's key. When many of what the pension company just need to do is to be more accountable and more attractive. Alright, but also people too should also remember that the main reason for this, they should push for salary raise. So if you earn something equitable, what they're taking out of your money to your pension fund will also be on the increase. And the reason why the money is worthless is also a reflection of the state of the economy. Massive inflation. Okay, if you have 5 million naira in your pension pot at the level of 24% inflation rate, it's as good as not having money.
Yeah.
But if you have 5 million naira in your pension pot at the level of maybe 9% inflation rate, where you're supposed to be the target of the CBN, then you're rest assured. So when we keep talking about corruption and bad economic management, it also fits into the pension pot. As at 2004, 2005, if you had 5 million naira in your pension pot, all right, I think you were rest assured of something.
Yeah, time value of money.
That's the time value of money. And you see why time value of money is Groma President Zook of the APC. So you can see how it affects all of us. You can see how it affects all of us. So what should be called for should be really about having a better economy and all of that. Because in other parts of the world, that they have scheme, that we can contribute to pension scheme, because the economy is very stable. Guess what happens? People get their pension. And in fact, pensioners are the ones smiling and the ones happy. They have a lot more money.
Percent as dealers dump dollar count losses. We're talking about the economy, so let's hit this one. Local currency trades at 820 naira to the dollar in Lagos and Abuja. Part of the detail says naira inched close to a 15% gain against dollar in the parallel market within a week, trading around 820 naira to the dollar in Lagos and Abuja yesterday evening. Reliable source informed Guardian the traders at major market clusters were hurriedly dumping dollars yesterday as fear of a further slide in the value of the greenback gripped the market.
This is expected to happen, and this is no big deal now. You have already gone to take 3 billion to be able to defend. That means what you are saying is that there's going to be supply liquidity in the high. So there's no fundamentals for speculators to speculate. But the question we should ask ourselves is, once that 3 billion is done, then what happens?
Speculators will continue to control the market.
That's what we are saying. So that's why let us make our economy a productive economy in such a way that 3 billion will not be a big. See, there was a time in this country, this was maybe between Soludo and Sanusi or thereabouts, that for FDI was all-time high, reserves were good, all the parameters in check, inflation 9%, I think it was under Sanusi. The market, used to mop up demand of $300 million a day sometimes, and it will not sink by one person. One demand of $300 million, the market will swallow it will not sink. All right?
Yeah.
FDIs were flooding our markets then and all of that. Dollars was in the system.
Yeah.
Markets were mopping up backlog.
I want to even get your point on this. Something I came across. I read Professor Uche Waleki, first capital market professor, who talked about the $3 billion loan collected by NNPCL from Afreximbank. He was of the opinion that it would have been better if we touch or we get that $3 billion from our reserve instead of sourcing for loan.
I mean, he has a strong point, but I would also like to ask the professor, which reserve? Is it the reserve that has the less than 7 billion net? You see, the reserve gross is 30-something billion, 33 or 34 billion.
Yeah.
Net is 17 billion. Gross, it's only 17 billion you can touch.
Yeah, of course.
So the truth is, You want to, if out of that 17 billion you remove 3 billion, remains 15 billion. How do you buffer against shocks? How? Or you want to turn us into a fund that has 3 billion in reserve? How do you buffer? That's already dangerously low in the first place. And we don't really have money from other sources. The money too we had somewhere, I think the close to $1 billion we had in excess crude. Maybe that's what we went to go and use to buy super Tucanos that only God knows what happened to the project. That project is challenged a lot of secrecy.
Yeah, it is, of course.
Our stabilization fund, 30 billion. Millions fund, something billion. So there's no money in the system. So if you go and take on the risk, and that's why we are saying we need to be able to collect more receipts. How do you do that? Your best bet is productive economy. I'll give you an instance. See, every year, America knows it will collect $4.5 trillion in taxes. Just imagine that. $4.5 trillion. That's why you see America supports businesses and industry.
Yeah,
go and look at Joe Biden. They are opening new factories now in Wisconsin and some other parts. They had a bill called, I think, inflation bill or something, that put more money into business to be able to fight inflation. Look at how the American economy is doing now. In fact, the dollar is too hot. See how the tax put. See when COVID happened, see the way they supported small businesses. Because they know that if business grows, then they'll be able to get their farm payroll taxes and they'll be able to get their money. See how many jobs they are producing. Wages is on the high. The American economy is too hot as we speak. Too hot. Hot like fire. Plus COVID. Because they understand. And guess what? And that was why they had to borrow. To give out people. Give money to people. Even so that they can't afford for their citizens to be broke. They want industry to thrive. Construction work going on everywhere. Proper Keynesian economics. That's what we keep saying for Nigeria now. Proper Keynesian economics. Well deployed. Just like America did during the New Deal. But here, what do we do? Even if you deport Keynesian economics here, people will steal all the money.
Nigeria.
I'm not saying people don't steal America too, but at the level, at least you see what the money will do. So for the professor that said that, how you want to take 3 billion out of your reserve and leave your reserve at 15 billion, and you start to panic in a country where you are not even collecting oil receipts again due to crude oil theft and the fact that there's been no major investment in the oil sector.
Yeah.
Was
and in fact all right, now let's look at this
let us also use the model we use for NFS. If we can get other
sector right.
All right.
Yeah.
At least in NLNG, if we have over 49%, or we hope Nigeria owns majority share, then you have the likes of Shell, Chevron, and some other companies. And that's why I say NLNG is the best model. If you can replicate that NLNG model in NNPC, Nigeria has maybe 50% or 51% of the share, and other major oil companies have major shares. I think NNPC will be more accountable.
Of course, it will.
Not to work with NLNG. I don't know why I can't work with NLNG.
Private investors would definitely want to recoup their investment and make profit. So things, it's not going to be business as usual.
Yes, now.
All right, let's take a look at this one that is on the Punch. Is related to what we are just talking about, the issue of forex. CBN unveils forex price verification system portal. Do you think this will go a long way in helping checkmate what is happening in the determination of price of trading in terms of the value of dollar to the naira?
You can see CBN has gone back on all their policies now. You say, but I said it that time they will go back on that. Is this not a major? Is this not the level of control? If you are saying it's a free market, willing buyer and willing seller can come to me. Why are you verifying prices from M at which you are selling? So you have gone back to the days of PEG because now we have 3 billion from somewhere, African Bank. So you have gone back to the days of PEG. Is that not what I said will happen?
Yeah, you said it.
Because of that hurry, that is a highly dollarized economy. And highly dollarized economy, floats are very difficult. Floats are only good when you have very good, inflows. Highly dollarized economy with low productivity, floats are difficult to manage. Almost everything, there's dollar requirements. I just hope CBN does not bring corruption into this system that you are verifying prices for them. Hope is not their cronies they will be giving the money to now in the name of verification.
We hope so. And
because also,
yeah,
lack of accountability at which you run things also matter a great deal.
All right, finally, before I let you go, time is down on our side. Military mounts 25 soldiers killed in Niger State, hunt bandits. They've been going back and forth. The spokesperson of the military, Gapquet, said it wasn't the bandit that brought down the helicopter, while we saw videos of Dogo Gide with his people saying they were the ones that brought down that. Is it not time for us to bring out our Super Tucano to fight all of this?
No, our Super Tucano, apart from you only Super Tucano, please. I mourn with the military and mourn with Nigeria over the loss of our soldiers. Those are lives that were cut short. And the military would support them to go out there and root out those bandits. But today I want to pay tribute to those valiant heroes, those valiant soldiers that died in the line of duty. Their sacrifices will never be forgotten.
All right. Hello.
Bless you, my friend.
All right, bless you too. All right, bless you too. Thank you very much. That was Mr. Rufai Oseni, and we had a wonderful conversation with him there. We wrap it up by paying tribute to the fallen heroes. Over 25 military men that lost their lives in Niger State. We really commiserate with the Nigerian military and also the families of the fallen heroes. We say may their soul rest in peace, and may peace be restored in this region, especially Niger State, Zamfara Plateau, and every other part of the country. We hope and pray for peace in our land. This is where we call it a wrap on today's edition of Front Page Review on Voice